What's good, YouTube? Back with another video today, and today's video is going to be real simple. It's going to be a regular haircut, some beard trim work. So we'll get to it, but first I want to show y'all a little something I did to the truck. Bumblebee's got a little rumble now. What's good, everybody? So there's a little rumble for the Bumble, but like I said, it's gonna be a regular haircut today. I know a lot of barbers hate the term regular, but when I say regular, I'm just insinuating that it's gonna be a simple cut, something that's really not gonna make the IG highlight reel, just something that is just quick and easy, and it's something that a lot of clients do request, especially some clients who like get a haircut one week, get a cleanup the next week, and get a haircut the next week after that. A lot of times I have clients that do that. They get a taper one week, the next week they just want to edge up, the next week after that they want a haircut. So this is just a video showing you, the upkeep on that type of haircut. I appreciate everybody for clicking this video. I apologize for my hiatus from YouTube. It's been 3 weeks now since I've uploaded, so we're gonna get back on track here. We're gonna get these uploads going. We're gonna get this content out to you guys and just get as much knowledge as I can out to everybody. I thoroughly enjoy helping people, and it's truly humbling to know everybody that is subscribed to my channel and does follow my work. I truly thank everybody who is subscribed to the channel. We just surpassed 1,400 subscribers, so we're on our way to 2,000. At 2K, I will be doing a 245 Power Mat giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Share the channel, share the content, just spread love. But without further ado, let's get to the video.
Look, I just flipped the switch.
What's good, YouTube? Back with another video today, and in today's video we're going to be doing a simple haircut. Like I said, nothing off the top or the sides. All we're going to be doing is a nape taper, as well as an edge up and cleaning up the facial hair. Right here we're going to go ahead and make our initial guideline using the Slimline Pro LIs, and we're going to make a sad face shape to it. That way we can keep the edges pretty dark so we can see the crispy edge up that we're going to put on him. After that, we take the Andes shaver. We're going to make circular motions and just buff out those little stubble hairs that we have on the neck. And that's just going to kick it off, and we're going to start this real smooth, very bald beginning of the fade, so we can transition up into the area he has right on the occipital bone. And we're not going to take this taper too high. We're going to take it just high enough so we can see a good transition. Now after we do that, we're going to take our clipper. I want to open the lever. I want to go with a which is essentially a half guard, and we're going to go ahead and make our first panel of hair that we're going to fade out. So I have the wall magic clip with the clear case on it, as well as the 245 battery upgrade, which is doing a tremendous job. I felt a lot of power after I switched out that original wall battery, so it's still standing the test of time and doing a great job. In between haircuts, I do have it on the charger, so it always stays charged. So and I cycle out the wall magic clip with the wall senior, the cordless senior that I do have. But right here I'm just playing with the lever, and we're just slowly raising that fade up to the darker area that we have, that line of demarcation. And after that, I take the half guard, we open the lever, and we're just gonna climb up the back of the head here with the fade, and we're just gonna make sure that we go against the grain, go against the growth of the hair. That way we can get a clean cut. And after we take that half guard with the lever open, you know what we're going to do next already. We're going to go ahead and open that lever slightly, raise up a little bit, start fading up. And we're going to open the lever slightly a little bit more until we have that panel of hair completely blended out. And as you can see here, the blend is already coming together. You could already see that nice transition starting to form. Not too much work just to get that nape tape knocked out. It's a very simple cut, very easy to do. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this is not some crazy, super dope haircut. It's something simple that a lot of clients, I feel, ask for. We tend to post a lot of these fire cuts. Yes, they're very dope, texture and fades, and you know, something that we tend not to do is show the work that, you know, doesn't make it to the highlight reel. Like I said, you know, a lot of these easy, you know, one on the sides, scissors on the top, you know, just real, you know, nothing too complex or anything like that, just real simple. Those haircuts tend not to make it, but I thought I would show you guys a tutorial on how, you know, I do some of those cuts. And like I said, some of my clients, they'll come 1 week to get a haircut, the next week they'll go to get a cleanup, the next week after that a haircut again. So this is just one of those instances. And so as you can see here, I have that 1.5, and I'm just playing with the lever, and we're just fading the rest of the occipital bone area and getting it nice and cleaned up. Now, my client here is one of the winners of a raffle I did. Well, before I get to that, right now I have the texturizing scissors, and what I'm doing is getting dark spots that I see and just knocking out that bulk area where it's really dark, and you can kind of lighten up areas using your texturizing scissors, shears, to make sure that we get that nice and smooth. And you want to make sure that you're stretching the skin out and getting those dark areas that you see. It makes a big difference to pay attention to little details like this, and a lot of clients will recognize the detail that you take, the time you take, and they'll appreciate that thoroughly. Now, as you can see here, we're gonna go ahead and edge up that back portion. Like I said, we made that sad face shape to the back of the taper, the initial guideline. That way we can make the edges dark, and we want to make the edges dark so we can get a crispy lineup on the nape, just as we're doing right now. And so I'm going to do one side, then do the left side, and then we'll start working on the side of the heads, the left side and the right side, and just doing the edge up portion on that. But I always go over what I edge up with the shaver and make sure that everything is just silky smooth. You want to make sure that there's no stubble and it's just, you know, completely bald. That way this haircut can last, you know, as long as possible. So what we did to the right side, we're going to do the left side. Like I say in all my videos, you want to maintain symmetry on both sides. You want to make sure that you have the same, you know, edge up on both sides, because you don't want, you know, little things like, you know, some inaccurate placement of where you did the edge up on one side as opposed to the other. You know, people do pay attention to stuff like that. You know, people have friends that will, you know, tell them, hey, you know, the back of your haircut looks like this or it looks like that. So you want to make sure that you're doing all that you can to make sure you maintain symmetry and just stay consistent with your haircuts. Now, after we knock out this back portion edge up of the haircut, we're going to go ahead and transition ourselves to the front side. We're going to go ahead and start doing the front portion of the edge up, and just starting to connect all the dots and just make sure that we get this haircut to flow completely together all the way around. So like I said, make sure you go over the shaver, go over the trimmer work you just did, and make sure that it's completely bald. Now, once we get done with that, like I said, we're going to go ahead and turn them around, and we're going to go ahead and knock out that front edge up portion. So what I like to do is I like to make a line at the very center of the hairline first, and then make a line at the outside, and then just connect the two together. Now, once we do that, we'll go ahead and hit the vertical bar and make sure that it's nice and straight, nice and crispy, and make sure that you're just taking the time to get every, you know, little detail of the hairline. You know, a lot of people may rush the hairline. A lot of people may not feel that the edge up is a crucial portion of the haircut, but in my opinion, I feel like the edge up is probably the most crucial part of the haircut. I feel like it just, you know, it's the icing on the cake. It's the thing that ties the entire haircut together, in my opinion. So right now I'm cleaning up around the ears where I took the trimmer with the end of shaver, and we're just making sure that it's completely bald around the ear as well. Now, like I said, once you do one side, we're going to go ahead and do the opposite side. You want to make sure that you're maintaining symmetry. Like I said, you want to make sure that you're just tying this haircut together. Now, this is not a super difficult haircut. This is a haircut that everybody could do. It's just a matter of how you want to make yourself stand out with these type of haircuts. You know, so the way to make yourself stand out with these type of haircuts is just to make sure that you are precise with your lines. That one simple blend we did on the neck, you want to make sure that it is as blurry as possible. You want to make sure that you're just taking your time and making sure that this service is, you know, worth the money that you are charging. So with that, you know, I did mention that this client's haircut is free. He won a competition, a raffle that I did while we were quarantined. We were quarantined for 8 weeks, and he entered a raffle with a lot of different participants, and he won free haircuts for a year. So this is just one of his free haircuts. It was a pretty awesome thing to do. I selected 6 people to give free haircuts to for a year, just to maintain some relationship with the clients while we were, you know, quarantined and not in the shop and everything. So it just allowed me to maintain that connection with my clients and just offer up something that, you know, would ease the the pressures of what's going on right now with the coronavirus and COVID-19, and just to bring some positivity to my barbershop and to my personal clientele and whatnot. So what I just did is I used a mister that I have and threw it in the beard. I have some oil in it, some hair lotion, water, just to soften up that beard a little bit and get some maneuverability inside the beard. So I'm using the comb right now just to directionalize the hair down so we can trim it properly. I have a 2-guard on there. I believe the lever is open, and I'm just going over there, just taking off any stray flyaway hairs that are sticking out and just getting it cleaned up, not taking too much out of the length of the hair, but just kind of, cleaning up that bolt portion of the haircut. Now, I did go against the grain on that portion underneath the lip, the lower lip, to make sure that stays short and doesn't tangle up and protrude a lot, protrude very far from the lip. So after we do that, I'll make sure I take that 2-guard all the way towards the bottom of the hair, the beard as well. And we're gonna make this beard a chin strap. That's what my client was wanting to get. And what the client asked for, the client received. So we're just making sure we get my client taken care of and just grant his wishes. So right now I'm cleaning up around the lip line. I stretch the cheek out towards the opposite area of where I'm trying to cut hair at. That way we can get that the corner area of where your lips connect cleaned up right there without having to deal with loose skin and those sharp teeth on the blade. So cleaning that up, and then we're knocking out some hairline around the goatee, some hair around the goatee, and making that all straight. And the biggest thing here is just, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to detail, making sure that every line is straight, getting any stray hairs that are just chilling there. You want to make sure that it is as precise as you possibly can, because like I said, with a simple cut like this, you still want it to stand out. You still want people to notice that it is your work, and you still want to put your personal stamp on it. And this is a walking billboard. Like I tell all my clients, you are a walking billboard of my work. So I want to always give you the best possible service that I could possibly give you, because I don't want people to look at the haircut and be like, oh man, where did you go? You always want people to be like excited about somebody's haircut, asking them where they went, and hopefully that'll be another person in your chair. So that's just another good way to promote. And promotion is absolute key in this career field. It is what fills your schedule, fills your books, and pays the bills. So make sure that you are promoting the best possible way you can. Right here, we're knocking down this beard to a chin strap, like I said. You want to make sure that you are finding reference points on the client's face. That way you can use them on the opposite side of the head. So right here, I'm using that jawline, and we're getting that beard knocked off, and we're getting a super very clean, precise chin strap going here. Super precise lines, and we're keeping it kind of thick around the jawline, just to make sure that we have a good dark contrast where the chin strap is at, so it's very visible and you can see the crispness in the haircut. So right here, after I edge it up with the trimmers, I'm going to go and take my Andis shavers and go over that area, get all that stubble out, and make sure it's nice and smooth, nice and clean for my client. Now the next thing we do inside the goatee area is we're going to box it out. We're going to clean up all the hair that's inside that area, and just make sure that it's nice and clean right under that lower lip line, and just help it to have some more cleanliness and just a different look than what he usually rocks with the beard, and just help that chin strap to really pop. And as you can see, I heavily use my shaver. It is a game changer for me. It makes everything super smooth. But what we do to the left side, we're going to do to the right side. Like I said, always want to make sure that everything is exact, everything is symmetrical. That is a game changer. Like I said, a lot of clients will pick you apart, or pick barbers apart in general. They'll complain about a lopsided fade. The fade was too high on one side, fade was too high on this side, the edge up went this way, but on this side it went the other way. They pushed my vertical bar back. All these things that I've listened to clients complain about. I make sure that I take the time and detail every portion of a haircut and make sure that there is symmetry. You just want to make sure that you stay ahead of the game. You want to make sure that you are separating yourself from the masses, and that's what will get people to stick with you, get people to stay in your chair, and get people to come back. Because barbers are a dime a dozen. what you want is to make yourself different. You want to make yourself stand out. Not so much in a negative way where you're gloating or you're overconfident or cocky, but just being sure of yourself and having confidence, and just not so much bending over backwards for your clients, but being there to listen to their how they want a haircut, listening to their advice, or listening to things that they tell you how they want something, not just doing something the way you want to do it, but actually taking the time to care what your client says. And if you disagree, give them a good reason why you disagree and how you think professionally that something else would look different or better complement their face structure or shape. You and your client want to be teammates. You guys want to work together because you guys are both trying to accomplish the same goal. You guys are both trying to get your client fresh. So that's what your client wants it to be fresh, and that's what you want is your client to be fresh. So make sure that you guys are on the same page in every aspect. That's why I thoroughly believe that the client consultation is the greatest and most pivotal point of a haircut. That is where you guys make sure that you're talking about everything that you need to talk about before you get to the haircut. Establish where cowlicks are, establish where hairlines are, or establish where the hair parts, just little things like that will help the haircut process be a lot smoother for you and allow you to be able to directionalize hair the way it needs to go and not have hair just flying all over, over directed or under directed. Everything will be smooth, everything will just flow together. So that right there is just a simple haircut. Like I said, chin strap, edge up with a blurry neck taper. Got my client looking right for the week. It's just something simple, like I said, not really something that everybody's gonna post on their IG or on their Facebook page, but these are the types of clients that you will see in the shop. These are types of haircuts that you will see. And like I said, I appreciate everybody for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. If you did get something out of it, smash that like button. We'll be dropping another video here pretty soon. Thank you everybody for watching the video. Until next time, God bless.